coalition of northern groups, CNG, has said that the South has continued to vilify the North and at some point killed its leaders. These assertions were made by the spokesperson CNG Abdul Aziz Sulaiman in an interview with Vanguard. He said they have vilified the North in the process, killed its leaders at some point, continue to scandalize its institutions and ridicule its traditions and customs, Suleiman said. He argued that although the North had existing issues, it remained respectful of elites from other regions as it had remained a target of abuse and accusations. Suleiman noted that the activities of Southerners undermined the economic and social fabric of the North while encouraging social vices such as armed robbery, kidnapping, and substance abuse. He said, "We are concerned that while the North too has many issues with the operations of the Nigerian state and does not routinely insult and blame elites from other regions for them, its self-appointed enemies and antagonists are willy-nilly made it the target of accusations and abuse for everything that is wrong with Nigeria since independence, with history being shamefully and blatantly reviewed, rewritten and falsified to suit certain agenda that aims to portray the North in a bad light. The loudest advocates of the twin agitations of restructuring and secession have accused the North of committing every sin under the sun expecting perhaps natural disaster or force majeure. They have, under various guises, tried to bring down the North by suggesting and insisting on warped reforms aimed at destroying its institutions, undermining its economic and social fabrics, and encouraging rampant poverty and the current social problems like armed robbery, kidnapping, prostitution, drug and substance abuse. He accused the South of its prejudices following the resolution of Southern governors to effect the ban on open grazing from September. Suleiman said that the initiative introduced by the federal government was to establish grazing routes lost to urbanization and harmful policies. He said, "We most certainly see the initiative by government to reclaim the grazing routes lost to urbanization and harmful policies as an appropriate response if the people of the South would be willing to put away their pent-up prejudices." The group urged the federal government to set up a national pastoralist commission that would cater to the interests of individuals whose livelihoods depend on livestock rearing. These people, the only thing that is paining them is the unity of the South. The unity of the South is just what is just eating all of them up. All of them. See what is happening in their own area. They are not bothered about it. The atrocities that the Esme are committing is nothing. It's nothing. They don't want you to talk about it. They don't want you to talk about it. The question they should be asking themselves, if they are not ashamed of themselves, how many of the Southerners have they been complaining about that are causing problem in their own region? It is they themselves that are causing problem to themselves. They still transfer the problem to other people, and they want other people to accept it just the way they have accepted it in their own region. So the people just came up. We have been asking the question. The governor just came up all of a sudden. Even the governors that are even responding now are responding so late. All the atrocities committed by their people that is bringing the ban on open grazing, they don't want to talk about it. The next thing they will tell you, you have to learn how to live with people. But if they are destroying beers, destroying other things that they think that is not suitable for their own area, nobody questions them. The governors are banning things that are detrimental to their people. You say they should not do that. The only pain, to me, the only thing, because I know it is wickedness, when you see people taking other people's lives, You are talking about somebody's livelihood. Then what about the farmers that have even lost their lives in the process? Is that not wickedness? If you can condone it in your own region, good and fine. When you talk about Sharia, you do it there. Nobody bothers about it because it's what you want. But you cannot come and impose your nonsense in another person say this thing. Why can't they stay back? What are they looking for? Why can't they stay back in their own place? Then if you want to stay in the south, you do the ranching. Do the ranching. They still want the government to come and fund them because that's just the way they are going. So that government will come and fund them. The Buhari's solution that is bringing, it does not make sense, which they know that it's not going to happen. It cannot work. He can't work. It cannot just work. The other one, the Lamido, the Lamido, whatever that cause him, telling us that the southern governors are just wasting their time because of this ban on open grazing. Well, shameless northern politicians. Look, I'm really speechless with their statement. What does the northerners want from us southerners? What kind of evil people are these? Poor mentality. Pull yourself out from outdated, archaic ideas. This man is saying that urbanization should be discarded in favor of cattle grazing routes. What happens to ranching? They don't want to do it. If there's going to be ranching, they say you have to provide land for them. That's what some of the groups came out yesterday. That how can you say you are banning open grazing and there are no other alternatives? A warped logic typical of a horde of lunatics. So you don't want urbanization but underdevelopment. Don't think we are the same blood. If these people had lived in non-Muslim villages in the north during the raid and killings of Bayajida and Uthman Dan Fodio, who carried out genocide on those ancient tribes by mass killings, extermination, selling of the captured into slavery, forced labor and forced taxation that was abnormal, and other crimes committed against the indigenous people of those places and forced occupation of their land and forced rulership, then they would understand that evil started from there, which other tribes got to learn in due course. What they should talk about now is to get this country together and freedom granted to all rather than to continue unleashing Boko Haram and kidnappers. What makes them elites? The only thing they know is stealing from where they did not sow. Highly incompetent. They destroyed Nigeria. Can't you northerners stand on your own? Must you be with the South to survive? You all know that you can't survive without the South, yet you are disrespectful to the South. That is feeding you. I think it is time for us to go our separate way. They don't want to be hearing that. The more people talk about that, the more they get so angry. The more they get so angry. If power will not shift to the South after 8 years in the North, so they still want to keep the power. These people, they are so bold. They are so bold.